No, not yet.
All right, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good, John? I'm trying to set up. Sorry we late, but because y'all complained so much about me eating chicken live on while I was doing the broadcast, we had to eat first. So that's what that was. This is right there, right? You look at that right there? Yeah. So that's what that was. But we getting it together. Again, sorry for the delay. All right, what we got going on? Where's my Facebook page? I'm not showing me live. How do I do that?
Man, why is it so dark?
I don't know. Oh, that's good. We got plenty of light. All right. So, first off, what's going on, everybody? It's Thursday, October 27th, 2016. Blessed to be alive. Blessed to be here. Of course, I'm with my best friend, Big J. That's my partner, man. I'm going to say this, too, while he's setting up. He's still having technical difficulties. You can't... This is what I want to say. Me and him agreed to do this thing together, man, for the betterment of the set. It ain't no his thing, my thing. This is our thing. We don't give a fuck about... I'm sorry. I'm starting wrong. We don't care whose channel you watch, whose station you watch, or who you like more, or, you know, John more serious than Sales. We don't... Do you give a fuck?
I don't care.
So... That's just to get that out there, man. This thing is bigger than me and him. You feel what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So, I just want to say that. All right, my introductions. I'm Big Sale.
I'm Black Dragon.
FHO's HNIC. This is my movement, Fast Harders Only. You can find me on YouTube at FHO Atlanta GA. Or my website, www.therealfho.com, TheRealFHO.com. And I'm on Facebook all the time clowning. My credentials are the fact that I ride my motorcycle and the passion that I have for this set. I do care about rules and regulations. I do care about the history. I do care that the story is told correctly. And I do care that it be continued in the tradition of the people that laid it down before us. So those are my credentials. Somebody asked me the other day, what degrees do I have in motorcycle? What degree do I have in motorcycle?
Ground pounder. I mean, I'm just saying.
So that would be my degree in motorcycling. So
Is that fair? Ground pounder?
if that's what it is, I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care what people, if it's qualified as a degree or not. I know my passion for this. And I know what I will do compared to what you won't do. So with that, I'm fine. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna let John. Are you almost ready yet to set up?
Man.
Tonight's topic: conflict resolution. What up, Tony Clark? What up, Charles? JoJo, Anthony, Keisha. What up with it, Keish? We got to get you back on the show, Keish. Dolly, what up? Hey, I need everybody to share. Hit the share button in the left-hand corner and share this post. Let everybody know we on live and the whole 9 yards. Sarita, what it do? And everything else. So, I think I got a bunch of people watching. I'm not sure. 36 so far. I can't call it Sarita. I ain't making no noise. Ron, what it do? My man Ron Glover out there in the Virginia 7 Cities area. Stay tuned. Topo Tupis. Oh, New Zealand. What up? We got New Zealand on.
New Zealand?
Yes.
So how do you say Topo Tupis?
Is it Topa?
No, T-A-U Topo.
Topo Tupes.
Tupes? Topez? Topo, what it do, man? Write out how we say your name so we don't look
Nate,
like
what up?
ignorant
Hey, Nate.
Americans over here.
Yeah, I got that ass today, didn't I, Nate?
All right, what's up,
Nate,
Nathaniel
man.
King? Man, we got technical
H-Town,
issues. My thing is
Terrence
just
Dickens,
acting terrible.
T-Rock, what it do? Simona, what it do? Brian, what up with it? Oh, we got something for you tonight, man. Nitty, my girl Nitty, my sis, Harley's Angels, one of the greatest MC female clubs. one of the greatest female motorcycle clubs. My bad.
Man, why your thing gotta be showing my legs?
Hey man, I mean, shit, I don't know.
You couldn't have.
I mean, if you want me to raise it up, but ain't nobody really tripping, man. That motherfucker, they didn't even know that was a leg. They thought it was a fish or something. I don't even know.
Oh.
He said.
You got my legs off.
Hey, do y'all want me to raise the camera up so
I
y'all
mean,
can see John legs? Is John legs offending y'all?
I mean, you know.
Is John legs offending you guys?
My name is Black Dragon, National President of the Mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation. Since 1974 and still strong. We are a breed apart. We were born in San Diego, California, in a small neighborhood called Mount Hope, where we were 7 black men who rode on Sundays. And we used to gather in each other's garages, the original 7 founding fathers. And for the first 2 years, 1972, they got their one motorcycle, a Honda 305 Scrambler. And they used this Honda 305 Scrambler for everyone to learn how to ride. And then by another year or so and a half or so, they all had motorcycles and they would hang out at each other's garages and tell lies and tales and things that you do as a biker. And then all of a sudden, the wives got upset and told them you can no longer be in the garage. So they became their wives' worst nightmare and went out and got a motorcycle clubhouse at 4280 Market Street, where they stayed for 39 years. In that time, when they decided, well, what are we going to call ourselves? They said, well, we're 7 black men who ride on Sundays. They called themselves the Black Sabbath. Once they became the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club, history was formed. So soon after, sometime in 1974 when that happened, before 1975, it went from a segregated club to an integrated club. We have brothers of all colors, ilks, kinds, religions, races, from all over the United States of America and soon to be all over the globe. The mighty Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation extends its reach, its love, its brotherhood, and sends you all a great good evening. My name is Black Dragon. I am a writer and author, technical advisor for the movie Biker Boys. I didn't curse, did I? So, we became integrated. When these people call me, they always throw me off. They call right in the middle of my show. It just really makes me mad. I got to get something to stop people from calling. I think if you have an iPhone, you can actually stop people from calling you. But so in any event, I'm an author and a writer. And do get my books, Prospects Bible at prospectsbible.com, Prospects Bible for Women at prospectsbibleforwomen.com for women's motorcycle clubs, and the Motorcycle Club PRO's Bible at mcprosbible.com. My newest book coming out is going to be the Sergeant at Arms Bible, and that book is due out in November. Alrighty. We also want you to get the magazine Get Yonder. At getyonder.com.
You talking about the magazines?
Yeah.
You can spell it either way.
Either way.
Y-O-N-D-A or Y-O-N-D-E-R. It don't matter.
And we also want you to get the magazine Biker Life.
Tiffany Primo. What up, Tiff?
We want to say hello to Bad Breed Motorcycle Club in Romania. We got our boy over here in, where was that? New Zealand?
New Zealand.
We appreciate you all and everybody across the country.
All right, so
FHOGA at YouTube.
Anthony, what it do, man? What it do?
FHO Atlanta GA.
FHO Atlanta GA on YouTube. www.therealfho.com is the website. All right, who we got on here? Felton, Jack. What up with it? My man Jack Polk Jr. Don Tyrion, Taylor, Puri, King Broke. When is the Road Captain book coming out? He said November. Tony Clark, what up with it? Corey Berry. Depending on the phone you have, you can set it on Do Not Disturb. Okay. We got that. All right, now, tonight's topic is how do you keep from killing your club brother conflict resolution. And this topic is going to be crazy because we're going to just act like, what we're going to do tonight, we're going to act like that this problem does not exist in most clubs. That everybody in every club gets along no matter what. Everybody is a brother. When they come in, a brotherhood, and you have no issues and no problems with nobody in your club. That's what we're going to act like. Is that fine with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine with you. Okay.
Well, what I want to do is I want to preface this by it was important for me to talk about this because
Hit the share button, everybody. Hit the share buttons on both pages.
you guys are most likely going to have to view me on YouTube because this phone doesn't. I don't guess this phone wants to work. So for my Facebook folks, you guys are most likely going to have to view me at YouTube, Black Dragon National President, because this phone here is not wanting to work. I don't know what's going on with it. We are working on getting us a
radio station.
So that we can get away from this this crap here. So last week this happened to me as well. But anyway, I wanted to preface this with so we have. Those of you who remember me when I first started, I started this off by a video that I did in Macon, Georgia in April, and that video was about violence on the motorcycle set, and there had been a shooting in one of the clubhouses, and I was just really going off about it, and that kind of set this whole thing off for me.
Okay.
And I have not touched upon that as much as I would like to, and so with all of this this stuff going on, I wanted to get back to the roots of what brought me here, and that is some of the things that we would like to see fixed on the set. In this, I have begun reaching out to and getting people coming to me from motorcycle sets all over the world, from Romania, England, Israel, just everywhere. And so it's been quite overwhelming. One, I knew we had motorcycle sets all over the world,
Okay.
but two, I didn't really realize that we all follow the same protocol. And almost to the letter, with some exceptions, the protocol is pretty much the same. So if you're a biker in Australia, you're probably going to be doing it like bikers in Atlanta, in terms of protocol, respect, and how we should treat one another, etc. So there is going to be, what's up, Uncle Pete? There's going to be ways that you go about getting into an MC set. There's going to be ways to get out of an MC set. There's going to be ways that members are, all these things, all these different ways that things are done are germane to motorcycle sets across the country. And another thing that is germane is how we...
Wait. Stop using the big words germane. What does germane mean? We talking about Jermaine Jackson?
You kidding?
I'm just,
Don't
you
do that.
gotta explain that, man. Jermaine, you can't, listen, man, you can't be using the big ass words I done told you, man.
The things that are the same
Okay.
on the motorcycle set
Okay.
as one another, we would say germane.
And I'm not saying that my audience is dumb.
I don't know. We're not saying.
We're not saying that y'all dumb.
But whatever you do, don't say that.
We're just trying to
So we look at many things that are the same, and one of the things that as an MC is that an MC is a brotherhood, and this brotherhood is garnered by the fact that we trust, you see this we thing, we trust that the MC is going to treat us certain ways based upon our membership, our sacrifice, our duty, our dedication, our honor, our respect, and our participation.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
So when you have this expectation, the 7 expectations based on what you've built, when someone, for some reason, tramples upon that, or gets a pass because they're your brother, or gets a buy that they wouldn't normally get, or gets some sort of dismissal.
Yeah, but I want.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
Let me finish the thought out. After so many of these insults, these disrespect, after so many passes, an anger can build. An anger can build that can make you want to kill somebody. And one of the things I want to talk about tonight is, and we talked about it a little bit, but some of the things that causes this anger, some of the things that causes this conflict, some of the things that we can do to stop it, and what the MC should be doing in terms of old school MC protocol.
Now, my question was, or my breakdown was this. I think the biggest thing is we have to explain is that what he was saying with the passes. What do you mean by you're giving passes based on the fact that, hey, you're in this fraternity, you're in this MC, you're in this brotherhood. Let's explain that. For me,
They can't get you on YouTube for some reason.
oh, because I'm not on YouTube.
Oh,
I'm not on YouTube tonight. I'm strictly on Facebook. I'm sorry. It will be broadcast later, so you can go to John's YouTube tonight. But
Black Dragon National President.
you can go to my YouTube and just subscribe to the channel, though. I appreciate that.
And subscribe to mine.
Yeah, and subscribe to his as well. So what I was saying is this: before you get to the point to where you're giving these passes, when you join a motorcycle club, when you come into this private society of brotherhood, okay, it's just like everything else we got out here. The Masons and all the doctors got clubs, the lawyers and judges got private clubs, the Boys Club of America. Anyway, when you come into these private clubs, you're automatically given a pass on who you really are character-wise, who you really are responsibility-wise, even to the fact of we're going to even overlook any addiction you may have because you're coming into this brotherhood. Now, a lot of clubs make you probe and prospect and go through all that.
All traditional MCs.
All traditional MCs. But once you go through that, you're in. So now, whatever my brother has, or whatever this new member or my new brother has to this family, we have to learn to deal with it. And we have to learn to accept it as is. A lot of shit, like I said, and I tell people this all the time. If you really want to know who a person is, let them join your MC. While they're prospecting and probing, he's going to be the best person you ever want to be. He's going to be a clean person. He's going to be a person that rides his motorcycle. He's going to be the one that's always first to fight. He's going to be all of that when he's trying to join, when he's trying to prospect. But you give him them colors, and now you get to see who he really is. So, with that, with all of that, I want you guys to understand when we talk about this conflict resolution, understand this, is that you have to have an allowance mindset to understand that, hey, Big John Black Dragon is my brother, is my pal, but do I know him enough to be able to tolerate whatever inconsistencies or whatever,
Well,
you know.
even more than that,
Yeah.
when someone passes into the Brotherhood, whether you just gave them their colors or whether they prospected for them, whether you patched them over or whether there was a ceremony, there is an expectation that that person is everything that you expected them to be, hoped that they would be, or you yourself are. So the first thing you have to think about is you got to remember, until you truly get to know someone through the tests of friendship, bonds, and time, they're just like any regular person out on the street that just got some colors on.
Is there a time limit on getting to know
There's
somebody?
no time limit on getting to know somebody. You know, a husband and wife could be married 30 years and then he can become completely brand new. And so people change. And sometimes people are great to start off with and they're not so great later, or whatever more metamorphosis that takes place in their life. But the thing you got to understand is when you come into the situation with blind trust instead of requiring people to do the same things you would require them to do to earn that trust any other place. You're setting yourself up for a letdown and a failure, and that failure can be so devastating that you want to hurt or kill somebody. For instance, and I've seen this happen before. Hey man, I'm going out of town. I need you to look over my wife and make sure my wife and kids are fine.
What the feezy?
Now, it doesn't dawn on you that this might not be your brother where that is concerned.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen it in the MC where someone has done some shady stuff
To a wife or
a girlfriend or whatever the case may be. Listen, if you're watching me on Facebook and I'm freezing, this phone is freezing, go to Black Dragon National President and watch me over there. If this phone goes out again, I don't know if I'm going to try to bring it back up.
Nate says the lifestyle is not. It's because the lifestyle is not private anymore.
Brenda says everyone gets colors these days because all these clubs want, what they want is quantity, not quality. And she said quality, but I think she meant quality. So the thing about it is, these are things that we cannot change.
Period.
MCs want to get big, MCs want to grow, and MCs want to go coast to coast and nation to nation. I want my MC to be all over the world. So that means you naturally open up to more people than perhaps you did when you were 7 guys on the corner and you were the original 7. So as long as there is internet and fast travel and you can be on an airplane and be in the next country in 10 minutes and rent a motorcycle over there and ride all over, there's a good possibility that your MC could spread all over the world. So now we have to think about processes that make us able to interact with one another and still develop the bonds of the friendship, but not get so invested in someone that when they screw over you with the love, honor, and respect, they don't do the correct things, you get mad enough that you want to kill them.
Now, okay. What are some of the things that would make you want to kill a club brother?
So, when I talk to bikers all over the world, and they call me up, and this guy says, I'll take 5 solid brothers, more than 50 that I don't know, that don't know my name.
Hindu T, what up with it?
And of course that happens, but when your motorcycle starts to grow, you know, very few motorcycle clubs stay at a solid 5 brothers. It just doesn't happen in today's society. Of course you'd take 5 brothers, I would too. But you got 25 brothers that are coming to be a part of it. And I'm sorry, but a 3-month prospect ship or a 1-year prospect ship or even a 5-year prospect ship that I endured doesn't necessarily mean that you know who you're dealing with. Like I say, people could be married for 20 years and turn brand new on each other. But when motorcycle clubs call me from all across the country and all across the world and they want to talk about things that are going on, the first thing that they are when they call me is hurt. They're heartbroken. Their hearts have been destroyed. A trust has been broken. They've been disrespected. They've been lied to, stolen from, or the bylaws have not been applied properly from one person to the other. These people have given their hearts, and they've given their souls, and they've given their trust to the MC.
Okay.
And not really realizing necessarily that the MC is made up of human beings, made up of regular people. People who lie, BS, fall short. You know, nothing is more disappointing than to have a president that falls short and doesn't give you, as a president, what you expect him to see. You see your president drunk on the road, riding his motorcycle drunk, things like that, stealing your girlfriend. When you see that coming from your president, it's absolutely devastating.
Okay.
So one of the first things is you have to think about how you're going to tamp down your ability, how you're going to to throttle down your desire or your heart. You're opening up your heart immediately from day one. Maybe you should rein in yourself and take some time to really get to know people before you put so much trust in them that you allow them to break your heart and hurt you.
Well, one of the things too is this. I tell people this all the time. Prospecting is not for the MC. Prospecting is for the individual who's joining the MC.
I disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's okay. Well, put it like this: if I'm a person joining the MC, and I'm watching and I'm looking and I'm learning, and this is the MC that I want to join. As a man, I already know what I need and what I want and why I'm even in this here to join this MC. I already know what I want. And if I'm watching and I'm looking and they're not giving me what I want, then that's at that time is where it says is where I say I make a decision to not. I mean, you're a perfect example of that. 5 years. If it had not been for what you wanted instead of what the MC wanted, would you be a Black Dragon? I mean, would you be, a Black Sabbath?
Prospecting is for two purposes.
Okay.
One, for the MC to evaluate my suitability to be a member. And the second is for me to evaluate the MC's suitability to be in my life for the rest of my life. It's a two-way street. And in order for me to prospect for 5 years, the MC had to allow me to be around for 5 years. So it was still a two-way street.
I got you.
So it wasn't about me, my, me. It was about we. The MC didn't feel like I had what it took to be a member. And so there's two choices: to continue to earn my way in, or go to the myriad of other MCs that were offering me a free pass. And every MC around wanted to offer me a free pass. But it wasn't good enough for me. I wanted to belong to the Black Sabbath Nation. So I continued to work and show myself approved. And one day, some 20-some years later, I became the leader of the nation. So for me, it was a wonderful investment.
The 5 years.
The 5 years, because I was able to see everything, and when I treat people a certain way in the MC, or I think about how people must be handled in the MC, I'm able to do that because I had such a hard time getting in. So I can, when people are crying to me, oh my God, listen, I don't want to hear how unfair things are for you. I've seen things as unfair as they could possibly be.
For 5 years, yeah.
So, I don't want to hear you crying. It really doesn't matter to me.
All right, so subjects that could cause conflicts or situations that could cause conflict. We already agreed that the girlfriend, the set girlfriend, the wife, etc., those are mostly your biggest MC conflicts. Agreed or not agreed? Okay. So, how do you deal with a brother? And this is my.
Well, those are MC conflicts for non-traditional MCs.
For non-traditional MCs?
Yeah, traditional MCs don't have that. Traditional MCs, women are in a situation where they're not causing conflicts in traditional MCs. I think so.
What do y'all say? I'm telling you that women cause conflicts in all traditional and non-traditional, OMC, OMG, whatever it is. It is women. Women have, since the beginning of time, have been causing that kind of conflict.
Well, when we think about what really causes conflict between men,
Okay.
number one, competition. Number two, jealousy. Was it you that told me in the beginning you had heaven and earth and you had the problem with Adam and Eve?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that problem was over, one of the first stories out of the book was how Cain slew Abel. Was that you who said that?
No, I don't know.
Somebody told me that, and they said, so what that meant to us is that, one is there's going to always be conflict between brothers.
Okay.
Two, there's always going to be jealousy.
Okay.
And that the Bible sets us up for the rest of the story of mankind. So if we have jealousy, competition, testosterone, youth.
T Outcast Wilkins said it's money more than women. You saying money more than women, T? Money is what always causes conflicts in the MC. I mean, I can see that based on the fact that that you're saying that like what John was saying, when you feel like you've been stole from, in other words, when you done paid your dues and you done put in this and put in that, and they can't give you a treasury report, or the old good one, the treasurer leaves and takes all the money, or the vice president, or
But that's not so much. If the treasurer leaves or somebody leaves, they don't cause that constant conflict that comes in. That constant conflict that comes in comes from you got somebody with you, you're with them, you're competing, you're fighting, you're warring, whatever the case may be, and that person is drumming up in you this desire to fight them, get them back. So some of the stuff I've seen, like a president has to make a decision, and that decision is to remove your colors.
Okay.
And there's been a vote, and your colors have to go. So now you want to come back and shoot the president.
Okay.
Or you and a brother get to arguing in the clubhouse, you pull out a gun and level it towards the brother and try to take his head off.
So would it be safe to say that the sergeant at arms is going to have more conflict than any regular member?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
And in my video where I said, the video I just did, Sergeant at Arms, duties of the Sergeant at Arms, the Sergeant at Arms is the one that has to manage conflict in the club. His conflict resolution skills have to be on par.
Okay, this is a good one right here. Regina says some guys want guy time. Some guys want guy time. They don't want wives with them and the guys every time you turn around. And usually, if the wife is always there, she's probably putting her 2 cents in more than likely. So what she's saying is the brothers, when they come around, they want to be around their brothers, and every time they come around, you got your wife with you. And most likely, she has gotten comfortable enough to where she starts speaking more than what she should.
Yeah, but that's not typically likely to have you kill your brother.
Okay.
What has you killing your brother? What makes it to where you want to kill your brother? One of the things could be extreme jealousy. You're looking at this guy, he's doing great. You don't even know why you hate him, but you do. Another is maybe some guy's taking advantage of his situation as president or road captain. And one thing I've seen people get very angry about is the perception that the club is being unfair to them and giving someone else a break that they're not getting.
Okay.
Some guys are bullies. They like to bully on people that are smaller than them or whatever. You got a guy in the club and people just keep calling him a certain name. In fact, I remember when I was prospecting, there was a guy that kept calling me a very unseemly name.
Okay.
I can't even repeat that name on video, but because I didn't necessarily talk like one of the cats from the hood. I come from Oklahoma. I wore a cowboy hat, dumb stuff like that. I had this way of talking. I was an engineer. A lot of cats didn't think I was tough enough. They thought I might run at the first hint of some trouble, or didn't think that perhaps I would hang around to be there. So they kind of mistook me. They thought I might be that guy you push around on a little bit. So this guy, I was at that time I was a 6-degree black belt. So on my license plate on my motorcycle I had Rokudan, which stands for 6-degree black belt. So because I was a prospect and I was in the military, I was used to not questioning authority, and so these guys had the authority. So this guy took to calling me Roku instead of Rokudan, Roku the P word.
Okay, what the fuck is the P word?
You know the P word.
No, we don't.
The cuss word for vagina.
Oh man, this man. So they started calling you Roko pussy?
Thank you.
Okay.
This guy started calling me that. And every time he called me that, he would scream it out loud so the whole motorcycle club visitors,
Yeah.
instead of Prospect 7,
Yeah.
hey Roku,
Pussy.
why do you do that?
I mean, you left it wide open. Rocco pussy. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what the fuck is.
Yeah, he would call me that. And the disrespect. I'm trying to prospect into the motorcycle club. He is a senior brother.
Okay.
I'm supposed to give him respect. And here he's calling me this name. And I was like, this guy doesn't even know what Roku Dan stands for, because if he did, he would understand that I'm not that brother to F with.
Okay.
But I was respectful and I didn't want to get put out of the MC. So I let this guy go on with this for a few weeks.
Okay.
I started to get so angry. All I could think about was how I was going to kill this guy. I started to get so angry. All I could think about is he's going to call me that one more time and I am going to truly hurt him. And so as this anger for this disrespect built up, one day this guy called me and I was at my snapping point. And so I turned around and I thought to myself, I'm going to kick his head off, his entire shoulders. And instead, there was a sign about 9 feet tall above my head in front of the Black Sabbath at 4280 Market Street. I spun around and kicked that sign, and it went, and then I came back with another kick. And I looked at him in the eyes and I said, if you ever call me that again, I will kill you dead.
So, not to cut you short, but this had to be, like 200 pounds ago?
So I became known as the brother who could kick that sign.
Okay.
And so I got fat and couldn't kick that sign in 2010 when I went back. So in 2012, I went back and I kicked that sign. And in 2013 and in 2014. And this year,
We have not kicked no motherfucking sign 9 feet in the air. Listen, man, this one thing about this show, we gonna keep it 1,000. You understand me?
you got some money?
I don't got no. You
You-
have not kicked no sign.
Somebody from San
9
Diego,
fucking
please
feet
tell
in
this
the
guy
air.
that I
Knock
kicked
it
this.
off. Now,
Somebody from San
Bruce
Diego,
said-
somebody please tell him.
sorry, but we way off topic. Conflict on the most part starts from outside the club, from the streets.
No, we're talking about conflict between brothers. That was we get that one. That one's coming in another video, but this one was conflict between brothers, and we can't act like that doesn't exist because it actually does.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so we're gonna keep it 1,000.
You
All
don't
that
think
old
I
9
kicked
feet
that
in the air
sign?
kicking up. Listen, man. Listen.
You don't think I kicked that sign?
You're telling me right now, today, 9 feet in the air, you can jump up. And
I didn't
kick.
say jump.
What did you? How you gonna kick it then?
Flat-footed.
So you telling me 1 foot on the ground, the other foot on, and you gonna kick a sign 9 feet in the air?
Yeah.
So now you one of the people that can lick your own toes, then, huh?
No.
If you can kick a damn sign 9 feet in the air, you should be able to lick your own toe.
Man, the disrespect here. Just
I'm just
I want to
saying,
kill
man.
you right now.
Anyway, man, we gonna let you know about. All right, so
Wow.
conflict.
Well, maybe it was 8 feet in the air.
How about 4 feet? Then?
No, see.
How about the fuck that? How about it with the sign is really full? How about the sign really just sit on the ground? Right?
I'm so hurt by this.
I'm just saying. How about that? But anyway, so
What'll hurt your feelings is that I can still do it to this day.
no, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I mean, I'm glad.
Yeah, you're the one that talks
I'm
to
glad to
Lord.
know I got a friend that can jump up and kick.
Jump.
a
You
motherfucker.
keep
That's
saying
what-
jump.
Okay, well, kick. Hey, I'm glad to know I got a friend that can kick the shit out of somebody. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's 9 feet tall. So if Shaquille O'Neal walk in the room talking shit, John, kick him for me. Kick him in the head, John. You know what I'm saying?
Let's resolve the conflict, bro. You hurt me.
Oh, so now you finna show me.
I have to show you the picture.
Oh man, come on. Anyway, so back to the point. Now this situation with this particular guy,
Yeah,
made you contemplate.
It made me contemplating actually killing him.
Okay.
He made me that angry with his disrespect.
Okay.
I was surely a prospect, and I was surely a low ball in the club, and nobody knew me. But I was still a man. And sometimes when people disrespect your manhood, disrespect who you are as a person, disrespect what you are.
So how do you level that out? How do you level the fact that I'm a man in the club, but I'm trying to be a prospect and like you said, take the prospecting, hazing, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever, from the older brother or the
Well, first of all,
man.
I would say, so when we go back to a traditional MC, where the protocol comes in is, what should the MC have done? They hear this idiot calling me such a disrespectful name. I remember we had a guy that was in our club, and he was always whining. So they wanted to give him as his nickname Crybaby instead of Biker 7 or Big Cell or whatever the case may be. They wanted to call him Crybaby. And I was like, so what kind of respect do you think you'll be paying this guy if you think you're going to make his club name Crybaby? So as a president, I stopped that from going on.
Okay.
But I had remembered way back to my time of being disrespected and how I felt and how I really had intended on hurting that guy. And I don't know to this day why I didn't hurt him, but it was definitely in my heart to do so.
Because you was worried about kicking a 9 feet tall sign. That's why you didn't hurt.
It was the closest thing, and it got the point across.
Okay.
I've always been gentle.
As a man, you should have asked him to not address you like that. Okay. So, what up, Rita? I got my girl, sis Rita, on here. Bruce. Okay, so my question, Bruce, is this. You're trying to be in a club. You're prospecting. Some people prospect a little different. Some people even allow other people to, or I ain't gonna say misabuse or whatever their prospects. As a man, though, at what point does that become a problem? At what point does that cause conflict? Because, like I said,
well, it causes conflict at the point that you want to hurt somebody. So the premise of the conversation was, I had made up my mind that I was getting ready to take this guy down. I got to the point I didn't care about prospecting or anything else.
Okay.
It so upset me the way this person acted and treated me
Yeah.
that I wanted some reciprocity.
Okay.
I wanted to hurt that cat, take these colors and shove them. I'm getting ready to hurt this guy.
Okay.
And that was the only thing that consumed my mind. So I had truly made up my mind that I was going to hurt this individual. And I had truly made up my mind I was going to try to kill him. Because he mistook me as a man. And because I was proper and respectful and trying to figure out what did I do wrong to make this guy not like me.
Okay.
Who didn't like me for anything I hadn't done to. I hadn't done anything to this guy. So when you think about conflict resolution, I'm not thinking about you're going to go to prison. I'm not thinking about you're going to spend time in jail. I just wanted to hurt this guy. So some of the things I would say is all those folks that were around and watching this go on. A lot of times, brothers in the MC, they want to see how tough someone is, or they don't take care of the smaller people around. Like people are some kind of way expendable, disposable. And when you have an MC with expendable and disposable and throwaway people, you have an MC that just began to die. You have an MC that...
So you're saying, so although I'm a prospect, the presidents, vice presidents, whatever, should have some level of care about how I'm being treated?
Well, most certainly. You are the lowest member on the totem pole.
Yeah.
And when I said that word member, a lot of people get upset. What the hell do you mean a prospect's a member? But in my idea, a prospect is most certainly a member.
Okay.
One, he wears your patch.
Part
A hang around
part of it,
is not your
partially,
member.
or whatever.
Well, part of it, are you going to let somebody whoop your prospect's butt and say you're only going to protect part of his butt when he's getting it whooped? We're only going to protect a piece of him because he's only a part of us. Are you going to roll around there and be like, you're not touching our brother? Prospective brother, prospect really to me means he has been voted on, he's responsible for the bylaws, in many cases they pay dues, and if they break the bylaws, they'll be punished. So they're a member in training or a member in probation,
Okay.
which what we call them probies. They're under probation, but they are ours. Now, a hang around, that's not ours. He's not got my patch on, but a prospect does. So you darn sure owe that prospect every bit of civility and respect because he's respecting you. He's respecting your MC, and he's respecting your vision, and he's respecting the love that you have for the MC, just like you do.
Hey guys, how about an application to get some idea about the person? I mean, all of that's part of most MCs. You have to fill out an application to be a part of it. They ask you questions, you know, the whole 9 yards, and even the person that's bringing you in should have some type of knowledge of who you are, or, you know, your character, you know, what kind of person you are. But again, none of that is actual ever proven until you start hanging around. I don't care. I could be. It's just like I tell my daughter, and I tell whatever. You're never gonna know a man until after you fuck, because a man gonna play whatever game he gotta play. Whether he gotta wait 1 day, 10 days, or 1 year. If all he wanna do is fuck, and you are the mark, he's gonna play whatever. He's gonna be as nice as he wanna be. He's gonna be a true gentleman. He's going to be opening up car doors. He's going to be calling you FaceTime. He's going to be doing all of that. But if you really want to know what this nigga is, slide him a shot of ass and watch how fast he turned into the person that he was really supposed to be. And I'm not telling y'all women to go out there. I'm just telling you the scenario. Look, I'm speaking on not a scenario, but I'm speaking on what they call a metamorphically or whatever the fuck the word is speaking. That's all what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying, but here we go with the sign. Okay, that sign, that's about
I'm 6 feet tall.
Okay.
6'4".
That's about and that's really not true. You can't really see your whole face. Anyway, yep, that part. They can come into the club. Can y'all they can't see your face.
I mean, who else wears a black cowboy hat?
That don't mean that
I'm 6 feet tall, and the sign. You know what, man?
New members are added.
I can't get no respect.
Eric, no, sir. Eric, my man Eric, President LA Gentleman, I believe. Eric say, where you go, Eric? He says, the chemistry of a club changes when new members are added. You think so?
Yeah. The chemistry of the club certainly changes when new members are added.
Okay.
But, you know, you see a lot of times the MC eggs things on. The guys that, ooh, he talked. We get this from the schoolyard, but when we get older, that kind of stuff gets people hurt.
Yeah.
So what is it that we do? You have been stewing, and I remember, like I'll never forget it. Like I was stewing, I wanted to hurt this guy. He kept on disrespecting me. How do you stop somebody from doing that? What is your job, protocol-wise? In the MC, in most MCs I know, there is a rule that says no two people can fight.
Yeah.
Two guys fight, they're out.
Two club brothers. You can't find another club brother.
So, this guy said that person may possibly have to have your back in a tight squeeze. Why would you do something that would make them resent you forever? You know, Uncle Pete, a lot of folks think that what they're doing is permissible. They've gotten away with it for so long. They've been so jerkish for so long, and no one has stopped them, that they don't actually even realize that some of these arrogant folks that a time would come by where someone would have to have your back, and they're wearing your cut on, and they really got to think, do I really want to have this guy's back? This is the same guy that's been calling me Rocco P word all this time. So, so a traditional MC protects its people. It protects its members, great and small, strong and weak, large and not so large. It protects them. And so when you see someone being unduly hazed, now there's some hazing everyone takes. Here's hazing. Get on your motorcycle and ride down to Mexico and bring me back a taco. That's 18 miles from San Diego.
Oh, okay.
You ride down to Mexico.
Because I thought you was done in Atlanta.
No. It's 18 miles. But here's the thing. It's 18 miles, so it's 20 minutes into Mexico, 7 minutes to get a taco. Then you get that taco and you come back. You get that taco and you come back to the border. But now the border can take you 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours to get back across the border.
Yeah.
So you get back across the border and you drive back to the clubhouse in San Diego, and the brother says, "Where's my taco?" You give it to him and he eats it, and he says, "This taco was almost fantastic." And you say, "Almost fantastic?" He goes, "Yeah, but it's cold. Go back to Mexico and get me another taco." So back to Mexico you ride, 20 minutes to get there, get that taco, 4 hours to get back. You've been riding all day. You stop at 7-Eleven and you warm the taco up. You come walking in, he opens the taco's piping hot. He eats it, he loves it, it's delicious. "Hey bro," "Yes sir." "You like your taco?" "I love it. Where's my receipt?" Go back to Tijuana and get me a taco and get me a receipt.
No, all this is with your money now. He's paying for this. He paying for gas and taco?
Actually, at that time, I think it was my money. But, gas was $1 a gallon back then.
I'll tell you what, man. Tell you what, man.
The thing is, that's hazing. Okay? So now take your butt back down there and get me a receipt. So now you've been down to Tijuana 3 times. It's taking you all day and into the night. He's got a hot taco in his receipt. And he says, "Okay, so now you know. Whenever you're dealing with the club, you turn in a receipt. Whenever you're dealing with a brother, you handle things properly." This is hazing.
Okay.
Let me tell you what hazing isn't.
Okay.
You're a coward. You're a weakling. You're a piece of crap. You ain't shit. Excuse my language. This is not hazing. This is disrespect. Some people don't get the two things together. To me, disrespect is when you ask me to do something in public that is going to call into question my character, or my manhood, or my self-respect. So I did a video called "When Can the Prospect Say No to the MC?" When does a prospect tell the MC?
Without losing his...
Oh, at that point you really don't give a darn.
Okay.
And a lot of it has to do with the difference between hazing and teaching, and hazing and sadomasochism. Some idiot who wants to get off, he probably didn't prospect himself or didn't even really finish, and he wants to get off by belittling and demeaning you.
Or it could be simply you dating the girl that he like, or the girl that he wants don't like him like you.
But he's still going to do that by belittling and demeaning you. So that can make you want to kill somebody.
All right, Gardner says, okay, let me see, where is this? They said, where was your sponsor? Well, all of this was going on and you were brewing, where was your sponsor?
So there are a lot of MCs whose sponsors need lessons. And that's something that we need to talk about. I have a book coming out. I have a book for everything. But I do have a book called The Sponsor's Bible to teach sponsors how to protect prospects. Because I prospected for a long time. So I saw that in a very bad way.
Culver says, you address disrespect the very first time you feel disrespected. If you allow disrespect, you deserve to be disrespected.
You never deserve to be disrespected. You can never deserve to be disrespected. You can be ignorant about getting your respect. You can be not so smart about getting your respect. But for someone to say, because you allowed yourself to be disrespected, you deserved it. It's like telling a woman you got raped and you deserved it. When somebody...
Because you had on the little bitty ass pants.
Or something, yeah. Okay. But no one ever deserves to be mistreated. And this is where the MC needs to change that. The better statement is, if you allow yourself to be disrespected, you will be disrespected.
Yeah, you can. And you
But
will
that
be.
you deserved it. So then the guy deserved to be killed when I killed him. And you go to the court of law and say, well, I deserve to be disrespected and he deserved to be killed. Yet that doesn't work that way. No one deserves to be mistreated for any reason on earth. And when you see this mistreatment, and I remember when I was a kid one time, somebody pushed me and that kid's dad said, push his ass again, he's just a punk. And
That's when you learned how to kick knife, you know?
that subsequently I went to karate school after that so that I couldn't get pushed anymore. But it didn't stop me from getting called that name. But the idea is, what's this a parent talking about? Push him, he deserves to be pushed. So now his son has spent the last 23 years in prison.
Okay.
So, you know.
He pushed the wrong person.
He pushed the wrong person.
All right, so again, what we all know that everybody got different stories of what took them to the limit in their MC. If you remain, if you were able to remain, or what I want to do is I want to open up the phone line. Let me use my phone. Open up the phone lines, and I want you guys to call in so that we can discuss what it is that caused the conflict and how did you handle it. And at what point, like I said, at what point did you stay in the MC or did you handle it and had to leave the MC? All right, 424-242-2355. Holla at your boy, man. I just put the number on the screen too. 424-242-2355. If you are in a club, prospecting for a club or whatever, and you were whatever it was, disrespected or whatever, beyond repair, what did you do to keep from killing that other individual? Let me see. Let me get off here and prepare to get these phone calls. All right, 424-242-2355. I'm waiting.
Is that thing got the speaker on it?
Yeah, I got it.
A patch member can't make a prospect do anything they wouldn't do, which may not be saying a lot. Yeah, that part. I've been following your channel for some weeks. Very informative talk about duty of MC.
424-242-2355.
Oh, he wants to talk about the duty of an MC treasurer. I'm going to give you that one, bro. Yeah. That's coming.
Right now, we're talking about how not to kill a treasurer for stealing your money. The treasurer that ran off with all the money. So how do you not kill him? Okay, nobody calling in?
Are they asking us stuff? 424-242-2355.
I think I'm on. Let me see. While you're sitting there, share this. Hit the share button in the left-hand corner. Let me turn the power saving off on the one. My bad. Really great. I'm clearing out all this stuff in my phone so you can. Man, nobody believe when you kick it over.
Hey, you're thinking.
I know. All right, what's good, man? No, I gotta answer this.
Accept, press 1 to send a voicemail.
All right, here we go. What we got?
Big Phil, this is the B.I.G.
What up, B.I.G.? What's going on, big homie?
It's your world, my brother, Black Dragon. How you doing, Black Man?
What's up, my brother?
It's your world. First, I want to commend you gentlemen for doing what you're doing and bring some attention to some of this situation that's going on in the black community. What you're doing is a wonderful thing, that you're taking the time to educate the public about some of this madness that's going on the black set.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But back to what you guys were saying in terms of the topic that you were talking about, I think it's always important when you're talking about respect, always to
day.
As long as you remember that golden rule, you can never cross the line. I understand it's just like members of your family. You and members of your family not going to always get along all the time. But at the end of the day, no matter what kind of conflict that you're having, no your opportunity to de-escalate it. And at the end of the day, you still will be family no matter what.
Okay, now let me ask you this, B.I.G. You've been around now for a minute, and you've seen the MC go up, go down. You've seen brothers come and go. You've seen different things manifest into situations that could have been handled different. At what time do you think that it was, or at what point does it become the responsibility of the MC versus the responsibility of the individual?
Well, it depends on the situation. For instance, if you're dealing with a conflict that's internal to the MC, I think it's appropriate for it to be addressed with the MC protocol. If you're dealing with a conflict that's with an individual, then I think it's important that you talk to that individual on a man-to-man basis versus implementing or bringing the MC into it. Because typically when you bring the MCs into it, you're going to have a lot of egos, you're going to have a lot of hot-tempered individuals who might not be able to respond to the voice of reason. So anytime you have an opportunity to communicate with an individual on a one-to-one basis, excluding the MC, I think you have a better chance of resolving whatever that conflict may be. Because remember, I see all kind of crazy situations out there on the bike set. And a lot of times, a lot of these situations can be resolved with basically a 30-second conversation. A 30-second conversation, because a lot of times conflict will evolve over misinformation.
Yeah. Okay, well, I truly appreciate you for even calling in. I want you to know that because of you, because of how you've always been towards me as a brother, as a club member, I can honestly say you've always been a true brother whenever I've seen you. You've always, kept it 1,000, and that's all that I've ever tried to be back to you and to my organization on the whole. So I really thank you for that.
Hey, thank you, sir. You gotta keep on doing what you're doing because, like I said, you are touching thousands with this information. You're touching thousands because a lot of these new startup clubs, they need to understand how it's done and how it's done the right way. So that first of all, they don't mistreat their probies, and secondly, they just understand the bike culture for what it was initially established to be, the brotherhood. And that's all I got, gentlemen. You guys have a great evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for calling in.
My pleasure.
Okay, that was my man B.I.G., one of the founders of King of the South.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was big of him. I appreciate him. I didn't even know he was listening. I think my damn it ain't froze, but Keisha, what up, yo? What up, yo, G? Manure, what it do? Matthew McDonald, my man Manure Ali, down there in PA, Pennsylvania, down there, man.
It's Munir.
Munir Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man. Anyway. All right, let me see. Somebody did call. Let me see if I can call them back. 510. What area code is 510? Here we go. Let me call this person back.
My NC chapter has had several unresolved conflicts for years.
Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice
Where do you
will
start to resolve the deep issues?
Patricia, what's going on? It's your man Big Cell.
Oh, really? All that?
I mean, that's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's that technology, man. You got to get up on this shit, man, and quit living in the side. You have to talk about phones.
Yeah, I'm getting get a new one of these tomorrow. This is out.
What's going on, Miss Patricia? How you doing? I'm sorry I missed your call, but I'm calling you back. You on live with me and Black Dragon. How can we help you?
Black Dragon, I appreciate you guys. I love what you're doing. I mean, I just tuned in, and I mean, it's great. Being around the MC world for years, what I've learned, especially with the Magic Wheel of San Bernardino, where all my family's at, is,
San Bernardino.
Yeah, you can't let the conversations get heated behind the scenes. You got to keep them up front. And when you have people politicking in the background and not talking to the powers that be, what happens is that it builds up and then it explodes. So if you bring it to the forefront someone has a problem with someone else, it should be, thought out, not just discussed behind the scenes amongst each other.
Have
And that helps. Yeah.
have you, Patricia? Have you saw situations that you felt like could have been handled differently that weren't, and because of maybe male ego or pride or it ain't your business type of thing?
Absolutely. We were in a club meeting, and my brothers broke out into a fist fight in the meeting.
Hmm.
And actually, at that point, that was the best thing that could have happened. And I tell you, once they got done fighting, everybody sat down and we continued the meeting.
So you're saying that sometimes that's needed then? The conflict is needed.
Sometimes there comes a point where you have to show the bully that you ain't gonna get bullied no more.
Okay.
You ever been harassed at school and everybody punking you, and you take the toughest one and just pop them in the mouth and shut everybody up?
Well, see, I never really had that, Patricia. I quit school because of recess because I don't play them kind of games. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying, sometimes people can't, they don't know nothing else. They just need to be shut up sometimes. And it didn't break the club up. Everybody, the meeting went on, and nephew was like, "You get out your system." It was like, yeah, it was back to business.
Oh, okay.
But in my opinion, the MC should have stopped that. The MC is watching this guy getting bullied over and over and over again. It's time for the president to step to that cat and say, "This will not be happening in my club anymore." And that's where the MC has the responsibility to protect the members. The president's the sheriff. The sergeant at arms is the sheriff. These are the folks that are supposed to stop that before it ever gets to that. You got a guy that's getting bullied around and everybody's watching. Why are we watching our brother be bullied?
Okay.
Some cases you're right, but some cases people play the victim. They always stirring up stuff, and then when it hits them in the face, then they play a victim. So every situation is different. So, I agree with you. No one should call a grown man or anybody for that fact, the P word. When you said that, I was like, whoa. Nobody should be disrespected. And a prospect is not a tool. What people fail to realize, you making this man into a brother.
That
You
part.
don't want your brother to be degraded? This is somebody who's going to represent your club, your patch. He's going to be at your family gathering. He might even be there to christen your grandchildren, and you want to disrespect them?
That part.
Well, there it is there, man. Y'all heard Patricia give y'all some real shit, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
We're not the only ones giving up real stuff.
I know. So, it was cool, man. But I really truly appreciate you, man. I think on the West Coast, it's a little different anyway because of the atmosphere and the environment. On the West Coast, we're raised different. I'm from the West Coast. We're raised different, where certain things are just not tolerated. I don't give a fuck if I'm prospecting for your club or not. Just as a man and growing up, we just don't tolerate certain things. And again, I'm not saying that the West Coast is the best coast and all of that type of stuff. I'm just saying I'm from being born and raised in Compton, California. And it was a little different, I imagine, from me growing up in Compton than it was for the average person that grew up in Atlanta, Decatur, or whatever. I know everybody say the ghettos is rough wherever you go. I just think that the West Coast got a little bit of twist on it with all the gangbanging and shit that they had going on. So it would just be different. But
Absolutely it is. And people don't realize, but, people tend to get upset when you say a motorcycle club is a gang. Everybody I know who came from the hood got that patch on their back. And they know what loyalty means. You ain't got to like someone to be loyal. You ain't got to like someone to respect them. Growing up in Southern California, respect people because of how they carried themselves, how they did their business, and how they treated you. And that has nothing to do with liking them. And I think people fail to realize that the set is the street. Everybody that's on the set, most of them came from the street.
There it is there.
So.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, man. We it is what it is, man. We appreciate you, and I'm glad you like what we're doing. Stay tuned. Like I said, we're trying to elevate this thing, and with people like you, and you know, just listening, and all the responsible people we got some good replies and stuff. We can get it there. So you know, it is what it is. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'll see y'all next year in Atlanta.
There it is. There. All right now.
Bye.
Bye.
Actually, I'll see them this year in February at the Black
For that-
Sabbath
for
Mother
that,
Chapter.
yeah, for that freezing cold run.
Hey,
man.
listen, y'all.
I might do that with you this year.
You gonna do that with us?
It's nothing, man. I mean, I just.
Oh, listen, we got the cold ass run. Forgive me for cussing. We got the cold ass run coming up this year from Atlanta to San Diego in February. We'll be riding across the country, rain, sleet, or snow. It really doesn't matter, baby. We gonna ride.
That part.
If you want to come with us, just let us know. Somebody calling in.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's good, man? It's your man Big Cell, Black Dragon. You on live? Go ahead.
Hey, Sal. How you doing, man? Your brother's got a great video going tonight. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm actually independent, but I hang out with a few club members, thinking about joining the club one day. But anyway, one of the things that I noticed was hanging out with some club members who were down in Ocean City this year, and two of the brothers kind of had a little argument right in the hotel. Kind of blew me back a little bit, like, wow, he's like you're about ready to go to it. President was there. He shut it down right away. Everything kind of got quiet after that. And then the next morning, we was actually in two separate hotels, probably a mile apart from each other. And the phone rang about 7 o'clock in the morning. And one of the guys I was roommating with, he was part of the club. He woke up his other brother and said, hey, man, we got to get up. First one is in the room at 8 o'clock, and that was to handle what happened the day before. So I thought that was pretty good. They addressed it right away. Those two guys hugged each other, braced each other. You know, everything got forgiven at that point, and it wasn't dragged down for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, even though the situation was probably going on for a while between these two, and it just kind of fueled right there at the yesterday, and then the next day the president put those guys together and squashed it right there. I think that's kind of big thing is to kill it right up front. Don't let it keep boiling, because if it keeps boiling, it's going to boil off that pot.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So now let me ask you this: as an independent, seeing that, did that make you fall in love with that particular MC?
I tell you, Sal. With me, I guess so. I already had love for the brothers already. One of the things I think this is kind of important too, Sal. Age group. Now these cats I hang out with, I'm 53, and most of them are 53 from 60 down. So let's say from 48 to 60.
Okay.
I have hung out with some clubs where you got capped at 60, you got capped at 28. Personally, brother, I don't see how those two go together, especially in a relationship with a woman, right? You know, you 60 and your girl 28. Now, I'm not saying those relationships don't work, but it takes a lot of work to keep a relationship like that going. That's how I see it.
So you're saying that what you're saying with the younger bike rider, the chemistry is not going to be there with the older cats, because the older cats have more established, maybe more understanding, more to lose, more to understand, or is that what it?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what I'm saying. And I texted it earlier about an application. Let me explain what I was saying about an application. I know you guys do an application, but I have a pretty tight circle. So, and I learned to keep that circle tight as I got older. You know, what I was doing when I was in my 20s was one thing. In my 30s and my 50s, I look at life a lot different.
But I do, let's get back to the younger bikers. And not taking that away from the younger bikers, but I do know some clubs that got some 20-year difference there. And I just may go on a breakfast run with them. And I didn't enjoy the run because those cats are young, they want to wild out. It's just a whole different world. So you just get very uncomfortable with it. So I think, me personally, if I choose a MC club, I'll definitely be looking at the age. That's a big part for me.
Okay.
These guys are, they're homeowners. They and I'm not saying young cats not homeowners, okay? But when you get a certain age, you think different. One thing is you don't jump it quick with a temper right away because you know that, hey, if I hurt this guy, there's consequences behind it.
I got you.
So me being 53, getting mad, just want to punch somebody in the face right quick, I'm not going to really do that, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to do that. Now, if I was 30, I'm going to jump up right quick. I was that 30-year-old with a temper at one time. But I think a lot of that I think a little bit that can play into it. But it would be a nice thing to figure out how you can bring the young brothers and the older brothers together. And one of the main things I think, Sal, is that when it's an issue with a club, what I see, the issue with a club member, address it right then. Don't let it go on. Like the other brother said, how do a president of a club watch a pro just getting, hurt, hurting his feelings, calling him out different names? How do everybody sit back and let that happen? You're correct. I mean, that shouldn't be. We're all men. At the end of the day, we're all men. If you're 30-year-old, you're still a man. If you're 60-year-old, you're still a man. So we need to respect each other. And I think the biggest picture, if it's an issue, deal with it right away. Don't let it go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Deal with the issue. Pull a guy, it could be somebody in that club that's going to be the one that's going to have that job. Let's say, hey, man, if it's an issue, hey, Matt, anytime we have an issue with a member, we want you to pull him to the side on a one-on-one, take him out for a cup of coffee, take him out for a beer. If it doesn't get resolved, then you come back to the president, and then we come as an MC club and sit down with the guy. So it could just take that one person to say, hey, bro, this is not cool. This is what we didn't like this here. We're not here to, yell at you, scream at you, but, you violated our walls here. And remember, we're all one here. And the issue may get straightened out right then and there. But if it doesn't, you can bring a meeting into it, right? That person will come back and tell the president, well, look, it didn't work. I think we need to sit down with the brother. And then, if that don't work, he might want to think about letting that guy go because some people, you just can't work with.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, the person that you're talking about, that's the sergeant at arms job. So that every MC does have a person that is to be in the forefront of all conflict and resolution. So that's the sergeant at arms. That's probably most of his main job is to know that part of it. Remember, he is to know, what will tick Cell off, what won't tick Cell off, what'll tick Big John off. So he's almost like a psychiatric counselor, damn near per se. But he has a very very attentive job in the whole 9 yards. So, I mean, that's a good sergeant at arms, and he always has to be around. If you have a sergeant at arms that's not really around a lot, it's going to be hard for him to be effective because he don't know. But
Replace him.
Yeah, but that's the sergeant at arms job. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. I appreciate that scope. You know what I'm saying? And these are the different things. And this is what John wanted to do with the subject tonight was, first off, to speak on it and for us to know that there are conflicts going on within the MCs, whether it be 99%ers or 1%ers or 99%ers or traditional or non-traditional. And you have to have some type of guidance and protocol, and you have to have men in your club that will stand up immediately and get them corrected.
Very, very true, man. Hey, look, man, you guys are doing a great job. I've been enjoying your other videos as well. And I think you're in Atlanta, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I got an uncle down in Macon, so next time I'm down that way, man, I'll hit you up a few days before, we get to have I think you said you don't drink, but we can have some coffee or a soda pop one day.
That'll work, man. Let me get a large Hawaiian punch on the rocks, homie.
He doesn't need all that sugar. He doesn't need all that sugar. Some water will be good for him.
And you brothers take care, man. Love you, man.
All right.
Take care.
Tip,
Thank
you
you.
say, what do you do when the club beats the brakes off of a member? When the club beats the brakes off of a member? The whole club?
Oh, Lord,
Good Lord.
mercy.
All right, 424-242-2355. I see I got my girl Peaches on here. Bruce, Tony Clark, HD Rowe. I agree with dealing with an issue ASAP. No, he likes to eat. That part right there, Bruce. Don't take me to get a drink, take me to get something to eat. So, again, if you can, is that phone taking calls? That number don't work?
No, but this phone will take.
You ain't got
calls.
the cord on it.
The cord's right there.
Here we go with this one again. We don't even know the number to this phone.
Down.
Let me see something real quick.
What's wrong with your phone?
No, it just cuts me off every time somebody
Well,
calls me.
why did we use your phone in the first place then? If it wasn't,
I didn't know it was gonna cut me off.
Man, this technology is just killing us.
That's all right. We're gonna get there. We keep on. Y'all keep laughing right now. We're gonna get there on y'all ass. We getting there. Trust and believe. We are getting there. Anyway, so are club brothers allowed to fight each other, John?
Club brothers are not allowed to fight one another. Now, we do have a thing in the Black Sabbath where you could put the gloves on and go against somebody, but that's about it.
Oh, you can't put the gloves on to go against somebody?
You can put the gloves on,
Okay.
but you have to kiss and make up when it's over.
Damn it, boy.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. We should have wrote that number on the board. I don't know why we didn't. Last week. All right, I got you. Okay, let me resume. 678. 395 6536. Okay. All right, so we got 678-395-6536. Give us a call in. We're talking about conflict resolution. I know we're a little quiet right now because actually you guys are coming in with some good topics and some good some good questions that we're actually trying to answer. So 678-395-6536. Give us a call. Let's talk about it. Should John said club brothers are not allowed to fight each other, but they do have certain clubs that have rings or boxing rings set up maybe? Or?
Well, I mean, our rule is you have to be surrounded by Black Sabbath,
Okay.
and they have to. You get some gloves, and you get 3 2-minute rounds, something like that. And if what just happened to my dry erase board?
What? What happened?
Never mind.
678-395-6536.
Can we use a non-dry erase marker on the dry erase board?
You use the what you call it?
Oh my God.
You use the permanent marker.
It seems that someone just used a permanent marker on the dry erase board. The $40 dry erase board.
Oh man, that's nothing, man. 40? I thought it was like 140, man. Anyway, let's make the phone call, man. 678-395-6536.
Try some
Or some 409 maybe might get it off.
Holy moly.
All right, what we got on it, Bruce? Oh, don't forget, subscribe to his YouTube. He's on live on YouTube. What is it?
Dry erase. Oh, it's Black Dragon National President.
Come on, speaker. You gonna mess it up? I already got it said. Speaker, hello. You on live with Black Dragon and Big Cell.
What's going on, Black Jack? Big Phil, how y'all doing, man?
Hey, what's
good
up?
with you? What's good with you?
Yeah, man, look, we had a little problem with a little club. Yeah, we out here in the Bay. We was on the road. We had a little situation with our club brothers. And what happened was one of the brothers, I guess I'm getting a feedback. Hold on a second. Let me turn this down. And what happened was one of the brothers, I guess, at the gas station was mad at the roadcaster.
bylaws yet, which is kind of backwards. That's a whole other topic. But they had got into it, and he had said something like he wanted to, he wanted to fight him.
So you said, so you saying the road captain got into it with another member?
Yeah, one of the members, because he was telling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of the with the vice president on the highway.
Okay.
He didn't understand that the road captain was the president on the highway.
So
Yeah.
right there on the highway they had a conflict?
At the gas station, they had a conflict. As soon as he pulled over, they had a little conflict.
So I mean, how did y'all take that?
Well, we having a meeting Sunday. It ain't all the way resolved yet.
Well, this just happened.
Well, I didn't think it was right. It just happened. It's fresh.
So, there's a few problems with this for the member who got into the conflict with the road captain. Rule number one is the road captain is the president on the road. I'm not sure why everybody wasn't telling him that. Like, dude, you got to do what this guy says. Who got beat up? Did the road captain get beat up, or did the
Vice president.
Oh, it was the vice president.
No, they didn't fight. It just came down to some words that that I choose not to say because that's a little bit too much. I think it was just at the same time I just think there's a lot that is not being I watch a lot of your videos because I'm new to the club set.
Okay.
I'm always watching it to try to find out and always knowing it was big to hear about protocol because that was the first time I think that I had put that on my message board so what is the protocol? Does anybody know the protocol? Does anybody have the bylaws? And they're like, oh yeah, we need the bylaws. And it's like, I think, for the most part, I even feel bad about because everything is now in reverse, because now you have these problems. And if you don't have the bylaws, like y'all said, all the stuff will happen, like all your problems will fall in order after you don't take care of your business the right way. Like if you don't prospect the right way, if you don't do this the right way and you just get in the club, then all these problems will fall in line, and it don't happen on purpose. It just if you don't handle your business from day one, then all this stuff is bound to happen.
Yeah. Well, and that's the biggest thing too, and that's one of the reasons again why me and John started this whole thing, because you wouldn't believe how many people joined the MC without having no knowledge, without having no knowledge, not being taught anything. Oh, you my homeboy, man. You got a clean bike. Come on, don't worry about that. We ain't really with the rules. We ain't really with the business. But that's what I'm gonna say. It's what's fucking up the MC community. So, yeah. It definitely is what it is, man. We appreciate it though, for real. So, I hope that somebody can shed some light on that situation for you guys in your meeting for the vice president. I know you are the vice president, but listen. On that road, you give up that title. And you should be happy to give up that title. Hell, anytime I can get a break from being in charge, give it to me. You feel what I'm saying? So,
and these are good brothers. Everybody's good brothers, and I understand that people get, and that's what he said, too. I remember he said something on the last one. He said that it is good for the people that have problems that you two need to go to the rest stop and build a campfire. Because at that time, y'all don't have no choice but to, but to get along and understand and have a conversation and find out where this person is from and find out what, what his makeup is. Because a lot of time, all you do is get on a motorcycle, you turn your music all the way up, he turn his music all the way up, everybody hitting the throttle, but ain't nobody really having the Brotherhood is why I actually got into it, because like you said, he an only child. I'm an only child.
Yeah.
I lost my mother at 30, so I really got in the bike club to be around other brothers. That's riding the motorcycle, having a good time, going state to state. That's why I want to be a part of the, the club that's going state to state, that's trying to get mine. That's what I wanted to do. That's the whole reason why I bought the Harley. You don't buy a Harley to ride it in the city. You buy a Harley to get on the highway. That's the whole purpose, to be around other
That's
brothers.
not why you get no Harley.
That's the whole purpose.
They don't ride good on the highway.
First off, John don't understand that, but I do.
You get a victory vision if you want to ride on the highway. I'm just saying.
So, brother, listen, brother. I got you. John, you all over his head. You just above his head, but you know what I'm saying? Bro, we appreciate it, bro. Again, man, I hope that situation with you
Buy a
guys
Harley to
Sunday.
ride on the highway.
Say, man, the man just told you that's what you do. When you want to ride the highway, you get a Harley.
You get a Harley, so you can be
You
broke
heard the
down
man.
on the side of the highway.
No, you
somewhere.
just heard the man. You know what I'm saying?
You get a gold wing if
Listen,
you want to ride
no,
on the
sir,
highway.
No, sir. You get a gold wing if you just want to look like an old motherfucker. That's what you get a gold
You
wing
know what?
for.
There's what's wrong
But-
with old people. You gonna be old?
I am, and I'm gonna be the oldest nigga on the Harley Davidson, wrinkled as a motherfucker. All my Harley, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, we appreciate you, bro, man. Thank you for calling, man.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
Good day. I sure appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you calling, bro, and that's that one right there is an interesting one, and what you should look to see happen is the protocol of the MC to prevail, and unfortunately VP will get a rude awakening, and he should be fined and all those things. A lot of times we don't know all these rules, but it is so cool once we get the understanding.
Yeah. Chick, what it do, man? I know you got something to say like to join the club that already sounds like a good reason to join a club that already exists. I'm hearing that a lot, not for a lot, but I'm a good rider and I hang out with them and see how things go. Just don't know if I'm ready
So
to
this
commit
guy
this
says,
shit.
Gregory says, my MC chapter has had several unresolved conflicts for years. Where do you start to resolve deep issues that are layered over many years?
Now, that's
So-
a good one.
So,
So generational curses.
and it happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of
It really happens because,
we got that now.
you know, like the one I remember seeing is you had one guy who was the president and he got dethroned by another guy. And so these two hated each other. So everybody that this guy brought in, this guy was against. I fell in the middle of that since the 5-year-long prospectship.
Okay.
Because these guys are not going to vote me in because I came in with these guys. So you had this generational curse that basically stopped recruiting from happening in that San Diego chapter for years.
Mine now, the one I'm speaking on is a little different. Where you have a person who was in another club, gets into it with that club, and ends up leaving that club and starting another club. And the issue that those two had, they want it trickled down into the new members of this club when the members of this club are saying, hey, well, we don't even know nothing about that. Them people over there is cool. But he said, no, you can't fuck with them because we don't fuck with them. Okay, well, we don't know about your beef 10 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? But we're brand new to the MC, and that's not our beef. But how do so you kind of got to...
Well, and this also happened we had a club split, and the other club that split from us, oh my gosh, for almost 2 decades, we have not been getting along well. So these are issues. Somebody said it would cost you $250 to fight anybody in my club. In my club, it costs you more than that.
$250 ain't bad. I might pay $250.
Yeah, I've had
to
cast.
whoop some ass and get an ass whooping.
I've had some
$250 ain't bad.
cats tell me, "Here's your $500."
Yeah, no,
I'm getting ready to. So we had to up it. We had to up it. Like, oh, you got 500 like that,
Yeah.
bro? Well, let's make it 1,000.
Hey,
We get it easy.
yeah, a thiefy. Look at it,
I don't do it right.
You did it right. I ain't got a problem with it. Tick is calling on this phone.
Send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, here we go. Go ahead, Tick.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey,
What up with it,
what's up,
Chick?
Chick?
Man, y'all got a touchy topic tonight, huh?
Well, we're just trying to we're trying to walk through it, Tick. We're trying to walk through it.
Yeah, man, I've been listening to all the callers, man, and reading the comments, man. You know, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody comes up with an excuse to justify those actions or those circumstances, man. And, you can get somebody a pass on breaking the bylaws on fighting, man, but you never really know where that's going to go, man. You know, some confrontations, you hope that, like you said, man, they just work it out and they got that mentality that we family and shit and that it's going to be a squash situation, you know what I'm saying? But it's not always like that, you know what I mean? You never know when, those types of situations could lead to you actually burying somebody that is not only loved by the club but loved by their family and shit. You know what I mean? So, just in my opinion, man, I just like bylaws, man. I like the fact that that's in there, and I feel like maybe that one particular bylaw about club brothers not fighting might be in there, might actually be written in blood type shit. You know what I mean? And I just feel like anytime one individual or maybe two or a group of individuals in a club expresses their opinion to pick and choose which bylaws they're going to enforce, you know what I mean? It's like, now you watering down the shit, you know what I mean? That's just how I feel, man.
So,
'Cause
Tick, let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this real quick. As far as, like, again, y'all, just for everybody that don't know, Tick, man, 15 plus years in the game, in the MC community, West Coast. So, it's like I said, I was speaking on how different the West Coast is compared to, like I said, Atlanta. I'm gonna just say Atlanta. Whereas the testosterone maybe is a little bit more heavier on the West Coast, because we were all raised to not take no shit off of nobody, to, you a man to stand your ground the whole 9 yards, and don't let a motherfucker talk about you the whole 9 yards. How does that, like, for you guys prospects? And I don't even know how you guys prospect, but how does keeping your respect but being humble enough to take leadership rules and regulations and orders, how does that work?
I mean, it's different for everybody, Sal, man. Like you said, man, some dudes never really had a chance based on the way they brought up. You know what I mean? They just they don't know how to walk both sides of the fence of the game of life, man. They just, all they know is to be stupid, no matter what situation you put them in, man. So some people grow up out of that shit and mature, and as you get older and mature, you have responsibilities and more reasons maybe to live. You know what I mean? Or even live without violence, as opposed to when you was young. You know what I'm saying? You was groomed to love violence. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I mean, it's all the individual, man. It's hard to, I just don't know. But I just feel like in a man's club, yeah, you got to conduct yourself as a man, but in the end, it's all recreation, you know what I mean? And now I'm subject to this situation, and I'm in a position where, either I'm going to bow down or I'm going to do something, you know what I mean? And am I going to do it because of my manhood is hurt or my pride? Am I going to do it at the expense of jeopardizing, maybe even if you don't get killed or kill somebody or do some act of violence that's so vicious to where you're going to have some type of legal ramifications. I mean, some people can get away with shit and some people just can't, man. Now you got a case, Or even at the minimum, man, do you want to what if you catch the worst end of the fight, man? You really got to go home to your wife, your kids, show up to work the next day, maybe drop in on your parents. You all lumped up and shit.
Well, and not to mention, even come back to the MC after you got your ass whooped.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's all your status for life and where you at, man. Can you walk into work the next day and be like, can you tell your parents or your wife or whatever, man, I'll fight with somebody in a motorcycle club. Come on, man, you love that club. That's all you talk about. That's all you do it. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like, but, I don't know, man. I didn't really have nothing to say. I wasn't even going to call in, you know what I mean? But some people can have words and leave it at that, and just some people, man, they just got to cross that line, you know what I mean? It's just that's all they know, So
let me ask you this too, real quick. Let me ask you this part of it, Tick. When have you ever been in a situation where you saw a club brother going after another club brother? Did you intervene, or did you kind of look at it as though it's not really my business?
I personally didn't have to intervene in the situation because there was enough people in between me and them that did intervene. But I will say this. Damn, I hate to speak on some shit, but, you know what I'm saying, in the past, it's been about 12 months now, it's been about a year, man, had a club brother good brother, man. Good family. Good guy, man. All the way around. He wasn't no hellraiser, none of that kind of shit. I mean, I didn't realize it he was. I never seen it to do with respectful and all that shit. But he lost his life to another club brother, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, it wasn't like something happened right then and there that was so quick that people could intervene and stop, man. Man, this dude just snapped and did what he did. You know, he took the man's life that quick.
Damn.
But prior to that, though, I mean, the guy was talking to people and saying that he had a problem with that person. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know if people intervened in that shit or not. I know I didn't, because I knew one time, like maybe a couple of months before this happened, the dude told me he had a problem with him. And I just thought, like, okay, well, I was like, nah, man, that dude cool, man. I was tripping off of, you know what I mean? It was just small talk, and I just really couldn't foresee that he was going to take that type of action, man. You know what I mean?
Damn.
I really didn't even know the dude personally enough to know that he was even built like that. You know what I mean? Because he was always straight up shooting straight with me. You know what I mean?
So because of that, so now because of that, if you hear that, do you go into a different mode now?
Yeah, I probably would, man. If nothing else, if I would, say what I gotta say, and I probably, you know how it is, man. Guys, in your club, man, they may be cliquish, or they may come from the same neighborhood, or they might work together. They might have a better rapport with that individual than myself as a member, you know what I mean? So not only would I say something to him, I would definitely make it a point to go approach somebody that I know is, that's your boy, man. You need to, get inside his head, talk to him, figure out where he stand, man, see if he's on the straight. And, if it's that big of a problem, just try to get all the right people involved, man.
Yeah,
to,
okay.
Prevent that kind of shit from happening, man. Because once it happens, man, it ain't no turning back, though. I mean, that's, how it is. That's it, man. Dead and gone. And then everything, it's like all your loved ones you leave behind, man, it's fucked up, and it's all in the end, it's like, damn, it was dangerous enough the motherfucker was riding a motorcycle, you know what I mean? Now these dudes he calling his brother shit, you know what I mean? And it ain't even like that. So it's kind of like a rude awakening, man,
So, Tick, let me ask you this. To get to the premise of the question, how would you tell a brother to change his why should I not kill my brother who I've already made up my mind to kill?
Oh, man, I was just trying to, point out, for one, the repercussions. It's not like you just going to gun somebody down and probably just walk away from it, you know what I'm saying? Odds are somebody going to tell on you, you know what I mean? And then you got to look at everything you got to lose, and then you just got to look at, if it was petty, it was petty, man. If it's some really petty shit, you know what I mean? It gotta be something. You gotta be way out of pocket, man, to want to kill somebody. You know what I mean? And you just gotta think about tomorrow. I've been in that situation where I talked to a club brother that had a firearm on him, was highly upset over an incident that happened. In the end, it was just like a little shove and a finger in the face, and I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all been drinking, it was kind of hostile, testosterone, all that kind of shit, man. But now you walking around with that gun, man, and you waiting on this dude, you doing too much. You know what I mean? I just talked to him. I said, man, let's just go inside the hotel, man. And, we went inside the hotel, and I went all the way to the room, and I was like, man, you're doing too much. You know what I mean? And even while I went to sleep, I felt like, damn, man, I hope this dude didn't go back out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
All right.
But what can you do? You know what I mean? It's all, everybody has some valid points, and everybody can look at it. But man, like I said, man, if you make examples out of people as far as violating the bylaws. This is the bylaws, and from day one, man, you just stay to that shit and be like, fuck it, man, you ain't in the club. You welcome to hang around. Hopefully y'all squash that shit. We can exist without you, and you can be on the outside looking in, and you fucked up. You know what I mean? That's how I feel it should be, but it's always gonna be somebody that's gonna come with that shit like the other guy was talking about. Oh man, it's like in your family when you brothers and you fight and y'all just make up and all that shit. Nah, it ain't like we ain't fucking family like that. You know what I mean? It's recreational shit, and you's a grown ass fucking man. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if I be cool with it, in the back of my mind, that shit would bother me. You know what I mean? I can't break bread with this motherfucker no more. sign for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll never be the sign. Never. It'll never be the sign. It could be cool, we could exist, but it'll never be the sign. That's just me.
All right, well, we appreciate the take, man, and we hope that somebody was out there that they heard that they understand. Like I said, when you have those conflicts, man, and when you see them as a brother, you owe that to the brothers or the individuals, and at least to find out, hey, man, are you really good? What's going on, and to end that. So I appreciate you that. Appreciate it. All right, Ted.
Yeah, man, you know, especially if you sit there and you know a motherfucker wrong, you see him wrong, man, somebody needs to be saying, hey, man, you wrong, man. You know, you wrong as shit, too. You wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Don't let it slide and shit, man. It's like, fuck you thinking about? What you doing, man? You know? We better than that, though. We just, you know, it's crazy, because like I said, if you're grown, and you on some grown man shit, that's first of all, you ain't even no grown man. You already just fucked up. Ain't no way around it, you know what I mean? You over 30, and you ain't really got your shit right one way or the other in your mind, you know what I mean? You just, fall back. You know what I mean? All right, I'm gone, man, because I'm flaming out. I ain't got nothing else to say, man.
Well, we appreciate you, Ted.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Y'all take it easy, man.
All right. Well, any last remarks on the conflict?
So the thing that we realize is that we love the MC. We get involved in the MC and everything about the MC. But sometimes we give people passes. We don't necessarily realize that the folks that we're dealing with are not always upholding the greatest ideals of the MC. Sometimes people are stingy. Sometimes they are jealous or petty or just bullies or whatever the case may be. And a lot of times when we give these people pass after pass, or we look around and we realize that we have been egregiously hurt, especially by someone that we assume should have treated us well, we could be angry and we could want to hurt them. Another thing is sometimes people are just jealous of us. Sometimes people are just coming from nowhere, or just want to hurt you for whatever reason, or they're mad and they want to hurt you. The MC has a responsibility to protect you in the way that the MC is a greater, bigger global brotherhood. It's more than just about me. It's more than just about I. It's more than just about we. More than just about myself. It's about we. And the MC's responsibility is to police us and keep us friends according to the bylaws. It's to keep us operating within jurisdictions that make everybody feel safe, everybody feel comfortable, and make everything equal. There shouldn't be the MC sitting around watching someone bully you to death. There shouldn't be the MC sitting around watching someone disrespect you, call you out of your name, call you the P word because you're a prospect, or overly terrorize you. A prospect is someone that should be trained and taught that you can harass a prospect, you can haze a prospect, but hazing and disrespect are two different things. One thing I would encourage you to do is remember that people are people. And though you attribute great things to who you think their personality and their character may be, don't allow yourself to get so caught up that when you realize that you've been done wrong, or you realize that someone has let you down, that you don't get so upset. Also, remember that if you stand for the highest values of the MC, and that's why I give these speeches, to help people understand that the highest values of the MC are what we should be trying to attain, then you can't do anything that's against the MC. It's like Spock. He couldn't think illogically. He couldn't do illogic. It wasn't a part of his DNA. So when you make the MC a part of your DNA, doing something against the MC becomes something that's against your DNA. You got to think about, why should I not kill the brother I've made up my mind to kill? I should not kill him because it is wrong to do to the MC. The MC is greater than me. The MC is greater than my desire for revenge. The MC is greater. If I kill somebody on this corner right here because they called me Rocco P word, What have I done to destroy the MC? Sometimes we just are so egotistical. It's so much about it's about me. I can't walk past that guy out there that pushed me. I've got to start a fight that gets the MC in such big trouble in the news everywhere because I couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go with my brother. I couldn't let it be done. I had to follow him in the alley and shoot him in the back. These are the things that we do when we are possessed with ourselves. The greatest thing that you can do for the MC is possess yourself with the greatness of the MC. Why shouldn't I kill my brother that I've already decided to kill? Because it is against the great order and discipline of the MC. The MC is bigger than you. It is the hive. It is stronger than you. It is more than you. It is everything to which we attribute ourselves to do. So when you hurt a brother, you hurt the MC. When you disrespect a brother, you disrespect the MC. And when you break the heart of, lie to, or treat less than solid gold a brother, you do all those things to the MC. You do all those things to that thing you promise and you swear
that you was going to uphold.
That you was going to uphold when you held your hand up and you took that oath and you prospected for 5 years or 3 months or whatever it was that you did. And you promised us you would be a brother. And even though I have wronged you, I've egregiously done something, I took your girlfriend, I screwed your wife, you still can't kill me because I'm your brother and you owe me more because I belong to the MC and the MC's great. Now, hey, that's a long road to hoe. Some people can't get there. But the idea that the MC is greater than you and you can't do anything to harm it, nothing, should be an idea that you begin to embrace if you want to live your greatest MC life.
Hey, hell of a closer. What I'm going to tell you is this, man. I'm going to add this. From the perspective of what is it all worth? If you're in an MC where you got that much conflict going on with any member or with the MC on a whole, more than one member, then maybe it's just you're in the wrong MC. And I know that's hard to believe that you can be in the wrong MC. I know it's hard to believe that I'm in the wrong club. That's hard to believe. Because when you picked this club, this was the club that...
That's not an answer. There's no... If they won't let you in for 5 years, that's who you pick. You just hang out.
Yeah,
they'll die.
But
Something.
What I'm saying is this, man. If you at that point, man, to where a conflict and you're sitting around there pacing and plotting on a club brother or a club member or the club in general, then it's just something maybe you need to think about. Because like what John said is that when you joined this club, you pledged an oath. You gave an allegiance. And that's another thing, too. You guys better start making sure that that part of it is understood. I think a lot of you guys are not understanding that that needs to be understood from the beginning. From when they go from hang around to prospecting, that needs to be understood from the beginning. And you need to know that they know and that they understand that. And I think that's where it's being lost at, John. I think that's where the MC is being let down at, because you're saying, what you mean? I'm not going to die for this. Whoa. How's a full patch member saying he's not going to die for this? How's a full patch member saying...
Because that's the same guy that said, I only do this for
yeah, but how
hobby.
did he get the patch?
Well, we didn't ask him if this was a hobby before we gave him the patch. Maybe
that
ought to be one of the questions.
That's what I'm saying.
Is this a hobby to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So these are the questions that we have to start asking, and these are the questions that you have to start asking yourself before you join the MC or before you let another brother in your MC, before you even decide to call. Listen, like my man Tick said, or no, the guy before, I don't have to respect you to honor you as my brother. You feel what I'm saying? To be loyal to you as my brother.
And the lady said that too.
Yeah, and that's what the lady. So that's the thing. You have to know how to get along without being engaged. You feel what I'm saying? In other words,
I can respect you for what you do.
Yeah, and that's
in
that.
In the military, we used to say we respect the rank, not the man.
If the MC needs me, I will be there for the MC. Not for you particular as a man, but for the we.
But for the we.
Yeah, but for the we. So those are the things that I think that we lost, and those are the things that are being lost that we need to get back to, where you start making sure that, hey, brother, you do understand that this could be the day that we decide to go all in. Are you prepared? So that's the question. Are you prepared to go all in? You feel what I'm saying?
And you
does
can't
does your family know that you have to go all in? You feel what I'm saying? Does your wife know that, hey, he loves you, but we need him to go all in over here? And it's a possibility, you know, that when he go all in, he might not make it out, or we might, whatever it may be. And I'm not saying that the MC is on that level. You know, your MC might not ever be on that level because all of y'all might just be like, shit, man, we good.
Greg Barton said, just like you wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize your blood family, you don't want to do anything to jeopardize your MC family.
Got blood. I'm gonna say this. Now, this might be. You ready for this?
I'm listening.
Your MC family is stronger than your blood family. Yeah, I said it.
It can be. it surely can be.
I said it.
Because a lot of us are hanging out with our MC family more than we even see our blood
family. That's what I'm
family.
trying to tell you. Plus, some of your blood family can kind of be, yeah, it's kind of rough. But what I'm saying is this, man. Let's get back to where we start understanding that this thing is what it is. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. You can't be a little MC or some MC, you know, or like they say, riding season MC. There is no such a thing. Not at all.
Well, not a traditional MC.
There is no such. If you in a club and y'all got a riding season, then you know. It's not,
but you know, up in Chicago and stuff.
Listen. I know cats from Chicago who, if it's rideable, then they gonna ride. Okay, but understand this: if I live in a town that's 4 months of the year is snow, then guess what I'm gonna be at the other 8 months? I'm gonna be on my motorcycle.
But
because I know for the 4 months.
Holy moly! You know,
I'm
come
just
on.
saying, Chicago, my man, Juice Next Level. Hell, you see them everywhere. When they can't ride, they still doing MC shit.
Right.
You know, because the MC, don't get me wrong, riding is the biggest part of the MC, the biggest part. But if you don't think if me and Black Dragon had to go support somebody in the best way that we effectively could do it, and him get back to work and me get, and we got to
keep that car rolling.
Then that's what the fuck.
And you gonna sleep and I drive.
That's what we gonna do because that's.
But what we do is we pull our motorcycles, and when we get close, we pull over, and then we ride in, and then we roll in the dirt.
Listen,
we roll in the dirt on the way, and then we come in.
Woo! Listen, everybody that I know has a trailer. Everybody that I know that has a trailer got a boat on it. Trailers are for boats, man. Yeah, you don't see them selling trailers at Harley Davidson. Maybe they sell them at the Honda, the Goldwing spot,
I
or
ride
the
a
Victory
Victory
spot.
Vision.
Okay, well maybe they sell them.
You know they don't sell Goldwing trailers. The Goldwings don't break down like that. I'm just
saying. So if they don't sell trailers at the spots, then that means
they don't sell trailers at the Harley Davidson.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You would never pull up at a.
Man, I can't wait. I'm going to look.
Yeah, please go look.
I'm taking.
You're not going to find a trailer.
Oh man, I can't wait to see that.
But anyway, what I'm saying is this, man. So today's topic: how to resolve conflict or how to keep from killing your brother.
Yeah.
The first thing of it is make sure that your brother understands that this right here is to be valued. It is to be honored. It is to be respected. It is to be put on the highest plateau possible. Like John said, if that be the case, then conflict can never exist because the MC will be your constant reminder that, hey, I got to find a way to get along with this cat. Or I got to at least find a way to have an understanding with this cat. I might not be able to get along with him, but we're going to have an understanding. So, again, take it, use it, understand what it may be, and just find a way because, like I said, we have to get this thing back to where brotherhood is understood. Brotherhood is honored. Brotherhood is the root of it all. Brotherhood. And in brotherhood, I'm not going to always be happy with my brother.
But I can't kill him.
But I can't kill him no matter what.
I can't kill him.
Even though...
That don't mean we can't kick him out the club then.
Oh, but if he ain't in the club, he ain't a brother.
Then he's not a brother.
I had a situation. We don't even get into that. But, yeah. So, there it is there, man. That's our take on it.
Preacher said in New York, we ride as long as we can see the road through the snow.
And
can you see the road through the snow?
Yeah. I mean, where the snow is on the side and the road is down, and you.
Boy, you got to be like narrow.
Now you can ask Snowman. This is a true story. You can ask Snowman. Snowman bet me $100. It was a year or so it rained and it snowed in Georgia. Snowman bet me $100 that I wouldn't ride to the clubhouse in the snow.
That was 2013.
Whatever it was. No, 12, 13, one of them years. But anyway, that was
when we rode
that
across
was
America.
the craziest and the worst $100 that I made it, but I'll never do it again.
That's when we rode across America to the.
Yeah.
The videos are there.
Yeah.
Just like my video of me kicking that sign.
Anyway, man, it's been fun tonight, man. I hope you
I
guys
can't
learned
get any
some
love for
conflict
kicking the sign.
resolution. Again, man.
Why?
Conflict resolution.
I kicked the sign, man.
Understand this: if you respect the MC, then you can never have a conflict that would want
Just
to
want it
cause
to be
you.
known that I kicked the sign.
Listen, man. Listen. Nobody watching your channel, my channel, the channel. Hell, I can't. Donald Trump ain't gonna even believe that. Donald motherfucking Trump wouldn't even believe that you kicked the sign 9 feet in the air, standing still.
Man, the picture's right here, dog.
Dude, everybody know about Photoshop. And then the way it is, your face is hidden,
My
the
face.
hat coming down. So we ain't buying that shit. Hey, man, enjoy y'all night, man. We gone, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, man.
Hey, Bad Breed Motorcycle Club in Romania, man.
Hey, what it do, man.
What's
What
up?
it do? So we love y'all. Stay tuned and don't worry about looking for no picture of him
Look for
kicking no sign at no fucking 9 feet in the air.
Hey, Black Dragon National President on YouTube, please go and like my page.
FHO Atlanta GL YouTube. Give it a subscribe to the pages. Don't just like the videos, but subscribe to them.
Subscribe to the pages.
These are the only things that we got that we have to keep us going, man. We love y'all. Tony, what it do, man? Conflict
forget to get the
resolution.
books.
Especially you, Tony, going into a new club. You new club members, these are the things you should be asking. Am I all in with this club? Does my family know I'm all in with this club? And those are important questions. When I say all in, will you die for your MC? Prospect Bible, Prospect PRO, he got all kinds of
Prospects
stuff.
Bible, Motorcycle Club, Public Relations Officers Bible, and the Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Club. Next book coming out is the Sergeant at Arms Bible this November. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Sorry we was late, but it was John. Plus, y'all said we can't eat while we
Man,
filming
I'm
this
so
shit,
hungry. I don't know what
yeah.
to do.
So let me get up out of here, man, because he finna eat, and ain't nothing like being around a fat dude when he eat.
I'm
you
not-
know what I'm saying? Oh, you fat as a motherfucker. Hey, man, we going, man.
Man, I've gotten skinny.
Yeah, okay, bye.
This. You know what, man? That's wrong. Road Glider said, "What did I miss?"
He went a whole about 2 hours worth.
You guys have a good night. Yes, this will be posted in just about 2 seconds, man.
Yeah, it will.
Where did you turn it off at? Right here.